Alright guys, so today we have the FT Punjet. This is one of Flight Test's newer planes, and this plane is totally awesome for one reason and one reason only. Because the wings totally fold up. As you can see, with adding one extra servo, your wings can fold up or down. And so what's really cool about this plane is not only does the wings fold up and down, you may be wondering why in the world do you want your wings to fold up and fold down. The reason is, if you've built their cargo plane or bought the cargo plane that they now sell, you can take this plane and fold it up, and it just fits right inside the cargo plane. You just got to move the wings in a little bit. Now first off, if you want to put it in the cargo plane, these fins you actually have to cut off here, because they stop it from getting into the cargo plane. They're too wide. And then also I found I had to cut off the skid plate right here just a little bit so that it would actually fall out of the airplane. So that is one of the things we've had to do to make it fit in the cargo plane. Now once it falls out of the cargo plane, you hit the wings and it folds out like that. And sometimes it will work, most of the times it will work actually, but we actually had where when we had hit it and stuff, the one servo arm would actually get like stuck up inside here, which just didn't have the right angle onto it. So after fixing that, it all works perfectly. We had a couple drops with this and it just works awesome. And because this plane is such a light plane, you're using a mini quad engine and a 10 amp ESC inside. We're using a Blue Series ESC with a plastic brushless 1806 2300 kV engine in here. And it is so light that when it does fall, even if it hits the ground, it doesn't even damage it. We dropped this thing from probably 100 feet or so, and all that happened was the nose get a little scrunched up, a little scuffed up. Right there you can see. So the battery we're running is a Nanotech 460 milliamp 35 to 70C burst 3S LiPo. So it works really great. It's Turnigy 9-gram servos all the way around. And one of the modifications we did was, instead of how Peter, he had the tape on this, we decided, because we did the canopy first, and when we put the tape on, after about 7 times of taping and untaping, it got dirt, it got dust on it, and it wouldn't hold anymore. So what we did is we took two magnets from an engine, a bad engine, and just stuck it on. So now you get this really satisfying clap down where the magnet just holds it so good. So that was one of the first things we did. All in all, the build went really easy. If you didn't want it to have the servo inside where it folds up the wings and everything, you can just build it without the servo, and then your wings are just one sheet of foam. And literally this plane had 2, 4, maybe 7 pieces of foam you actually had to cut out. So for the DIY folks out there, it's not that hard to cut out and everything. It is really fun to cut out, and you can have this done in just a matter of hours. If you have your electronics already done, your servos already lined up and everything, it goes together really quick. Now I will show you one thing you have to do if you're going to fold this up into a cargo plane. Alright, so here we have the cargo plane, which is an extremely large plane. When you compare it to the Punjet here, it's the size of a power pod. But we're going to go ahead and fold up the wings and show you what we had to do to fit it into the back of the cargo plane. So, try and do this here. First off, the normal cargo plane didn't have the servo, so we went ahead and put the servo on like they show. And but the cargo bay, you may see right here, we had to glue it back up and then cut it out almost probably a ½ inch on each side, so that this plane would now fit. So then after we did that, it all works really good. It's just one sheet of foam down here, like all you do is when you are building it, you just cut off that extra ½ inch of foam right here, and on each side, and you're done. It works perfectly. So we're gonna just show you here how to get it in. Sometimes it can be a little tricky, but other times it may just go straight in. So you gotta get it in, and then all you gotta do is put your nose up, close your servo, and you're ready to go. So that's how you get it in, and then once you want it to fall out, you just set the servo on a switch, and then it moves, opens like that, and then you pull vertical, and this just falls out, and then you hit the door, or you hit the switch. That opens this up, and then bam, you're flying. Alright guys, so now we're gonna talk a little bit about the flight characteristics of this. It's probably not the most fun plane to fly in the characteristics of it has a lot of torque roll. It's swinging this 5.3 prop back here, and if you go to punch it, you lose a lot of left aileron control. So you just gotta be cautious of that, and you just gotta know the plane so that when you give throttle, you gotta slowly apply it so you don't get that torque roll. It glides really good. I mean, even with all the electronics on it, it'll glide in really good, and you still have a lot of throws to take off. I'll show you the throws. What we have, that is all we have set up. So that's for the up and ailerons and all that, and it's not much at all. I mean, we have it tuned down. I think it's 25 all the way across compared to the 100% what it was. So that is way tuned down. All in all, guys, the build went together really easy. It was fun to fly, a blast to fly. If you have someone that you want to drop them out of the plane and they can fly, or vice versa, you can take this thing up on the battery and you can get 5 or 6 drops out of it before you really have to come in and change the batteries. So yeah, this plane's a lot of fun to fly. We'll also be taking it to Joe Nall with us and flying it in our cargo plane and dropping it all day long, and that's going to be a blast. So guys, come on down to Joe Nall. It is a really fun time. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. We'll see you later. Bye.